is enough said.
Happy Wednesday, Heat Nation. Yo, boy Ernest here. Back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope you guys are having a great Wednesday so far. Don't forget to show support by hitting the like button, subscribing, and clicking that notification bell. Now that we got that out the way, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. Because in today's episode, we're talking about Terry Rozier. I wish it was a positive thing, but unfortunately is not. I did post it in a short yesterday, but I want to talk about it in its entirety in today's episode. Because it was reported yesterday by Chris Haynes that Terry Rozier is still under federal investigation in a betting case, according to reports. And I know a lot of us were confused because back on June 30th, Shams Charania was on the Pat McAfee show and he stated that Terry Rozier was cleared. It doesn't turn out to be the case. It looks like that Rozier is still under investigation. And the investigation is into a possible game fixing by Rozier, which dates back with his time with the Charlotte Hornets back in 2023. The NBA was alerted to unusual betting activity in a game between the Hornets and the New Orleans Pelicans. Now, we've seen this with Jonte Porter, who was banned from the league. Malik Beasley is now currently going through it as well. This actually caused him to not get a 3-year, $42 million contract that he was about to get with Detroit. And I don't know if this is the case with Rozier. I don't know if this is true or not. Apparently he was cleared. But what was happening was that when Rozier was with the Hornets, 9 minutes and 34 seconds into the game, he left due to a foot injury. He missed a bunch of shots that game. So, I mean, there's definitely a possibility. You saw a game that Rozier had last year against the Cleveland Cavaliers. I did a short on it yesterday. I left you guys a few shots, but Rozier was making some horrible plays in this game. Now, I know he was having a bad 2025 season, but some of these mistakes that he was making should not have been done by an NBA basketball player, especially that many times in a game. Once, I get. Twice, little much. More than 3 times, nah, something's going on. So that's what Rozier was doing in the game. Now, I get it. He's had a down year, averaged only 10.6 points a game, playing only 26 minutes. His numbers were god-awful this year, averaging 39% from the field, 29% from the three-point line. These are career lows. Maybe it was because the investigation thing was going on in his head. But at the end of the day, you guys, this is a business. And when you look at Terry Rozier, it was a terrible business decision by the Miami Heat. The Heat traded Kyle Lowry and a 2027 first-round draft pick to the Charlotte Hornets for this guy who has done jack shit since being here. Yeah, the year he was traded here, he showed some flashes that he can be the guy. Not the case. Had awful seasons here in Miami. Last year was a god-awful season. You can never depend on him. And even when there was games when other people were missing and you would think that it's Rozier's time to step up, he wouldn't do it. Now, this is bad because Terry Rozier is finally at a point where he's tradable. Yes, he's making $26.6 million. I believe only 24.2 of that is guaranteed. But it's an expiring contract. So this is the reason why I mentioned, you guys, that the Miami Heat were probably keeping Rozier instead of waiving, stretching him, or even buying him out. It's because you can use his contract as a cap filler to get a player. What does that mean? Let's say hypothetically, if you're going after a LeBron or a Giannis Antetokounmpo, I talked about this in my episode yesterday, but little recap. The new NBA collective bargaining agreement has apron tax lines. You have a first apron and a second apron. The second apron is basically a hard cap where you're losing all of your exceptions. You can't buy out players and you can't aggregate players in trades. Now, with this new collective bargaining agreement, when teams are making trades, they're trying to watch the amount that they're sending out and bringing in. So the days where you're sending 5 players for one superstar isn't really going to be beneficial anymore for both sides. So you got to watch the numbers. So if you're trading for someone like LeBron or Giannis Antetokounmpo or any other superstar player making like $40 to $50 million, you're going to have to take multiple players and send them out. So for example, if you're trying to get a LeBron or Giannis, you can package Andrew Wiggins' $28 million contract, Terry Rozier's $26 million contract as a cap filler. So you can use his numbers to match the contract. And then you can throw in some assets like a Jaime Jaquez, a Nikola Jovic, a future first-round draft pick. This is where you get creative. But now that Terry Rozier is back under investigation, it's going to be so difficult to trade him. Teams are not going to want to deal with this. When it was reported that he was cleared from the investigation, yeah, he became tradable again. Because even if a team trades for Rozier, they can buy him out or release him. He's in the last year of his contract. It's very flexible. But teams are not going to want to deal with this BS, especially with gambling probes. This is a big no-no in the NBA. Now, the only positive thing about if Rozier is found guilty for doing this, he'll be released. He'll be under violation of his NBA contract. It'll be a breach of contract. He will be released and he will not be paid. So technically that means that his $26 million contract would be off our books, putting the Miami Heat under the luxury tax and giving us so much cap flexibility. But we could have done that already by buying out Rozier. I know the Heat were keeping Rozier to use his contract as a gap filler. So this sucks. It really sucks. It's a big, annoying, dramatic situation, and it is proof that all Terry Rozier has been an annoying headache for this Miami Heat nation. He's been a headache since we've traded for him, and he's even more of a headache now. So Heat Nation, I want to hear from you. How frustrated are you with this Terry Rozier situation? Do you think he'll be cleared of all charges? Do you think he's guilty? Do you think the Miami Heat will just cut him right now? Maybe buy him out? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I will say this. I don't wish any harm on Terry Rozier. When we're talking about Rozier here, we're talking about him as a basketball player and as a contract waster. But as a man, I don't know him. I respect what he's done. I respect the fact that he's pushed his ability to make the NBA. But this is a stupid ass situation to put yourself in. Rozier, Malik Beasley, Jonte Porter, any player that does it. You're a millionaire. Don't waste your time and your reputation by doing something stupid like this. I want to thank you guys so much for watching the episode. And until next time, your boy Ernest out, and that is enough said.